Today we're taking a look at these NFL matches, which are happening on Thursday, December 29, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. Also, check out our perks and join the High Stakes membership. Joining the High Stakes membership is easy, is cheap, but it will help a lot in the growth process of this channel. Plus check out our Patreon in the link down below if you want access for our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting predictions that ends up costing you a lot of time and money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, we will give you 2 betting picks for each game, a team pick and a total pick based on facts and detailed explanation, so make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. One more thing before we start, check out our new channel High Stakes Props and Parlays, where you can find our player props and parlay picks predictions. You will find the link in the description and comments section below. Dallas Cowboys vs Tennessee Titans. The Dallas Cowboys head into this game 11-4 for this year. In their last game, the Cowboys faced the Eagles and notched a win by a score of 40-34. Dak Prescott finished 27-35 with 347 yards through the air and 3 TDs. He had a quarterback rate of 124.3 and ended the game with 1 pick. Ezekiel Elliott led the offense in rushing for the Cowboys with 16 carries for 55 yards, 3.4 yards per attempt. CeeDee Lamb left with an average of 12.0 yards per catch by accounting for 120 yards on 10 receptions. The Dallas Cowboys ended up running the ball 31 different times and tallied 115 yards, earning them an average of 3.7 yards per tote. In all, they ran 72 plays for 419 yards. Dallas allowed 24 completions on 40 attempts for 355 yards and a completion percentage of 60.0%. In the running game, the Cowboys conceded 87 yards on 29 attempts, which calculates to 3.0 yards per run allowed. When talking about putting the ball in the endzone, the Dallas Cowboys are sitting at 28.9 points per game. Offensively, they're maintaining an average of 143.1 yards on the ground, which is 7th in the NFL. The Cowboys have earned 5,491 total yards this year. Dallas has accounted for 172 first downs as a team, and they have been hurt by 95 penalties for 733 yards. They have surrendered the ball 18 different times, 15 picks and 3 fumbles. When it comes to getting the ball in the endzone, Dallas has amassed 25 passing touchdowns and 23 touchdowns via the ground. The Cowboys are ranked 6th in the National Football League when it comes to team defense, giving up 20.2 points per game. They are allowing teams to run for an average of 4.5 yards per rush and 130.0 rushing yards per contest this season. During the season, they have conceded 1,950 running yards through 15 outings. Regarding yards via the pass, the Cowboys have surrendered 3,037 yards, which ranks them 10th in the National Football League. They have surrendered 202.5 yards per game via the pass, as well as allowing a completion percentage of 63.8%. Over the course of this year, they are giving up 332.5 yards game, which ranks them 14th in football. They have granted 21 touchdowns via the pass, as well as 8 touchdowns running the ball. There's simply no reason to like the Titans in this contest, even playing at home. Tennessee has dropped 5 straight games, their offense has fallen off a cliff, and their defense, which kept them afloat earlier in the season, has regressed to the mean. Injuries have taken a toll as well, but the fact remains that this Titans team doesn't strike fear in the hearts of opposing defenses, with Willis running the offense. He simply isn't ready to be a starting QB at this level, as we saw in the late stages against the Texans Saturday. Dallas is still harboring hopes that they could potentially steal the division crown from the Eagles, and they have been the most prolific offense in the league since Prescott returned from his thumb injury. The Cowboys have far too many weapons for Tennessee to contend with in their depleted state. Even giving nearly double-digit points, you have to think that Dallas has a field day with this Tennessee team as they hand the Titans a 6th straight loss. Our first pick is Dallas Cowboys minus 9.5 points. The Titans head into this game 7-8 for this year. In their last contest, the Titans took a loss by a final score of 19-14 when they faced the Texans. Malik Willis finished the game with 99 yards on 14 23rds passing, while his quarterback rate was 34.5. He threw 2 interceptions, and his YA was 4.3 yards. Derrick Henry carried the football 23 times for 126 yards, ending the contest with 5.5 yards per attempt for Tennessee. Robert Woods was the best receiver for the Titans, hauling in 4 footballs for 30 yards, 7.5 yards per catch. Tennessee ran for 5.9 yards per attempt, finishing with a total of 184 yards on 31 carries. The Titans finished the contest with 272 yards, and they ran 58 plays, 4.7 yards per play. The Titans' pass defense allowed a completion percentage of 62.5%, surrendering 215 yards on 20 out of 32 through the air. Tennessee allowed 30 attempts on the ground for 70 yards, 2.3 yards per rush. The Cowboys hold an 11-4 record and are currently in second place in the NFC East. They are 2 games behind the Eagles with 2 games to play in the season. Dallas has already secured a wild card place in the playoffs. Dallas is coming off of their most impressive win of the season by defeating the divisional leaders, Philadelphia Eagles, on Saturday, December 24th. Dallas won by a final score of 40-34 as Dak Prescott threw for 347 yards and had 3 touchdowns and an interception. The Eagles were without Jalen Hurts in the game. Gardner Minshew stepped in his place and 3 for 355 yards, 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. In the fourth quarter, Minshew found Devonta Smith for the 9-yard touchdown pass to give Philadelphia a 34-27 lead. The Cowboys followed that touchdown by scoring 13 unanswered points in the final 6 minutes of action. Prescott found CeeDee Lamb for a 7-yard touchdown, and Brett Maher knocked down 2 field goals to take the win. Regarding the points being put on the board, the Titans are 27th in the league, with 17.9 points per contest. During the season thus far, the Titans currently sit at 2,529 passing yards, in addition to an average of 168.6 passing yards per game, which has them ranked 30th in football. They hold an average of 125.8 run yards per game and have toted the ball for 1,887 yards for the year. The Tennessee Titans hold an average of 294.4 yards per game, ranking them 30th out of all teams in the NFL. The Tennessee offense has 792 penalty yards on 95 infractions, which has them ranked 9th in the league in terms of hurting your team. They have thrown 9 interceptions while losing 10 fumbles, and they have tallied 128 first downs. They have given up 26 touchdowns from the passing game and 279.6 yards per outing, which puts them in 31st in the league. Tennessee has surrendered a total of 1,201 yards on the ground, 80.1 yards per contest, and 8 touchdowns by ground this year. They have tallied 16 takeaways, 4 fumbles and 12 picks for the season. The Titans' defense taken the field for 979 plays, which has them ranked 29th in the NFL. In total, they have allowed 312 total points. The Titans are surrendering 20.8 PPG, ranking them 11th of all teams in the NFL. The Cowboys have one of the best scoring offenses in the league. They have scored over 34 points in 5 of their last 8 games. It is possible that Dallas reaches that mark fairly easily on Thursday. Although Willis is starting, Tennessee can still score with Henry leading the way. This should be an easy over to reach on Thursday night in Nashville, where the weather will be in the mid-50s. The over is 7-0 in the Cowboys' last 7 games following a straight-up win. The over is 4-1 in the Titans' last 5 games, following an against-the-spread loss. Our second pick: take the over on Thursday night.